All right, so I've been listening to what's going on with Alex Jones. Apparently, he's been banned from all the major social media sources except for Twitter, which is surprising because Twitter's usually one of the first ones to ban people. They banned Gavin McInnes and a bunch of others just because they don't like what he says. For me, I've seen shadow banning, like where it doesn't look like I'm banned, but nobody sees my content, and they've done that on Facebook and YouTube. And I've tested this theory, and even recently, um, the discussion has came up over and over. Atheists out there, internet atheists, the most religious ones, the most evangelistic ones, hate hate when atheism is related or compared as or directly implicated as a religion. Even though the two most popular English dictionaries, the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, says that it is directly, and the Webster's has a very, uh, you know, broad definition. Like it's got seven definitions, and they fit almost anything as long as they fit a major part of your life and you're dedicated to that thing, whether it be atheism or football. Football is one of the examples they gave in the Webster's of a religion. Atheism hates that. Internet atheism does anyway. They hate when they're compared as a religion. Um, so anyway, I come back and I'm engaging with people, and I noticed on one of my videos, I mean, I even had like other people make videos about my video. People, with pretty prolific channels, and respond to me. And within like 2 days, I had over 500 comments, and between the likes and dislikes, I had about 500. And my views, still to this day, are around 500. That's been over 2 weeks. And right now, there's over 100 comments in the queue, in the held for review queue, and still less than 500 views. It doesn't make sense. It's like they're tweaking my metrics. They've shadow banned me on Facebook. I've seen where I post and ask my friends, "Hey, can you see this content?" And does it show up in your news feed? And it doesn't. You know, and same with YouTube. Like I've tested this. I've got multiple channels to test this. So when I talk about cannabis, when I talk about marijuana, those kind of politics, and it's more progressively liberal politics. People that would be more into that would be the progressive liberal types, and I see that channel flourish. It's great until I've connected my other channels, and then it died off. But Clovis Star, Clovis Tribe, those channels get very few views now, like they did at first when I was just running a vape shop and I was talking about vaporizers, and then when I got into politics, it's like my comments went up, my likes and dislikes went up, but my views went way down, where it's disproportionate. Where if you've got 500 or 600 comments on your video, you should have a couple thousand views, right? Well, I got less than 500 on a video that's got way more comments and way more likes than it has views. So it's just bizarre. You look up shadow banning or de-indexing or things like that. That's what they're doing. But with Alex Jones, they've just straight up banned him, and like he can't come back. And what I found even more disturbing is that they're banning people or giving them content strikes for even mentioning Alex Jones' name. So H3H3, which is a huge channel, they've got millions of subscribers, um, both on Twitter and then on YouTube. I mean, between all of their channels, they probably got 10 million, 11 million subscribers, and they just got a strike basically for broadcasting live about Alex Jones. Now, he's not one of my favorite guys. I think I maybe listened times in my life. I mean, I don't listen to Alex Jones very much. Maybe I've listened to him more. Maybe 10, 15 times in my whole life have I listened to anything about Alex Jones. So he's not like one of my favorites. I don't even think I've been subscribed to him on Twitter or on YouTube or on Facebook or any of his channels. I like Paul Watson. He's pretty cool, but most of Alex Jones is just wackadoodle. So it's not that I'm defending him. It's just interesting that I've been talking about this for a very long time. And that's why I took a break from Facebook and YouTube and social media, is to start creating my own social media platforms like Film Craze and Clovis Star and X Cannabis and DTube.xyz and all these. I mean, I've got a bunch of these that I've been creating because I've saw this coming. I mean, I see the way that right wing or conservatives are marginalized on social media, You look at like Jeff Bezos from Amazon. He just bought the Washington Post, and he donates millions to political campaigns. So it's like the media and the government are one and the same. I mean, the people getting elected are getting their campaign money from either banks or big liberal, activists like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and all these. So it's like these big social media giants control the government, and the money that they have controls people's lives, such as in social media. And now we're just servants to these big media, these big liberal, probably CIA connected liberal media types. So we're, finding ways, conservatives, myself included, are finding ways to create our own platform. And I just signed up for CRTV. I just canceled my YouTube Premium, my YouTube Red subscription. So I took the money that I was paying YouTube and I put it into CRTV.com, where, there's these conservative voices. I think it stands for conservative TV. And then, of course, I'm starting my radio show February 5th. And what I find interesting is how, these big social media platforms banned Alex Jones, and then his apps went through the roof. So people are still paying attention to him. People are still tuning in. In fact, he's gained a lot of popularity out of this. So, I mean, I don't know. I've always thought of Alex Jones as one of these weirdos that, these pink elephants or whatever that distract everybody from the real truth and feeds everybody weird propaganda. So it's not like I'm mourning his content going away, but damn, when you get that precedence where you can just ban anybody you disagree with that has a different opinion, from major platforms like, these, open, publicly open social media platforms that anybody can join. And they've got all this, government backing. They've got politicians in their back pocket. It sets a very dangerous precedent. So I'm just going to show you what I found on Tim Pool's channel. Just one sec. Okay, I'm just going to play you Tim Pool's broadcast on this from a few hours ago, where he discusses that, Proud Boys are banned, H3H3 shut down, all for discussing Alex Jones. But conservatives in general are under major attack, so it's time to start our own media platform. CRTV is a great example.
H3 got a guideline strike and had their live stream taken down because they claim they were talking about Alex Jones. Or I should say, they were talking about Alex Jones, and they claim that's what they were taken down. And the Proud Boys have been almost entirely purged from Twitter, including founder Gavin McInnes. Gavin McInnes, as you guys may know, was one of the founders of Vice. So we're going to look at a couple of the stories and figure out what exactly is going on. I want to start with H3H3 because they're massive. 2 million followers on Twitter for Ethan Klein. Their YouTube channel, millions of followers. These guys are mainstream. This is not political, okay? The podcast talks with YouTubers, right? They had Video Game Donkey on, right? This is a guy who just talks about video games. It's comedy. So all we have for now is these two tweets. First, he said, wow, at Team YouTube, just shut down our podcast, the H3 podcast, live stream, and gave us a strike for talking about Alex Jones? What? Apparently, there's a thumbnail, which you can't see now because taken down, and it included Alex Jones. He then said, our ability to live stream the H3 podcast has been revoked, so we'll have to continue filming it offline and upload it later. Nice one at Team YouTube. It's Friday night. It's after 6 p.m. on the West Coast, and I have to imagine that, when this happened, it was around, 6:39 p.m., so this was a couple hours ago. I have to imagine that there were people at YouTube, but I'm not sure what happened so far. I haven't seen any updates from Ethan. I haven't seen any news stories about this. For the time being, it looks like they will not be able to live stream because they were talking about Alex Jones. Somebody tweeted at me and said, Alex Jones. Let me make something clear. There's a difference between defending a principle, a right to public discourse, to speak in public settings, and defending the lunacy that is Alex Jones talking about interdimensional beings, whatever he talks about. I don't watch InfoWars. The point is, as I've said this many times, our public political debates, okay, our conversations happen on private platforms. And that means we have a serious problem, okay? Elections are coming up. You might not like Alex Jones. You might think he's crazy. Personally, I don't like him. He's a lunatic. Okay. I take that back. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he says absolutely ridiculous stuff because it works for him. It's his brand, and I don't appreciate it. But I recognize that, but when we ban Alex Jones, what comes next? Well,
exactly.
Somebody said that to me, that you shouldn't defend him, and I said we have to defend the principle because now Ethan Klein, mainstream YouTuber, millions of subs, does goofy videos talking about Alex Jones and gets a guideline strike. I imagine come Monday, maybe sooner, but come Monday, I imagine, when the staff...
Nobody can even talk about Alex Jones. They're trying to blacklist him so much that even if you're unrelated to him, your content's not similar, you're mainstream, you got millions of subscribers, but if you mention Alex Jones, yeah, you're going to get silenced, censored, or shadow banned. I'm sure my videos will continue to be shadow banned, and there'll be weird metrics and, weird algorithms and stuff, and you'll see, 4, 5, 600 comments and 200 views or something like that. I mean, that's my recent one with this atheism is a religion topic. Funny topic. These people, especially these masked, they don't own their own content. They don't reveal anything about themselves. They come and they make a big ruckus. They can do that without having any accountability because they can do that with one account and then that account gets banned or they get ignored and then they come back with 500 other accounts and, they can say whatever they want even if they don't mean it, just to get a rise out of people because they're anonymous. But, the funny thing for me is that when you say atheism is a religion, these people go ape shit, even though the dictionaries say that, even though the Supreme Court says that, even though that's used in common language these days, and even though the, Secular Manifesto of 1933 called atheism the new religion, the new faith, the great faith. I mean, even atheists for 100 years have said this, but now, oh no, they want to get religion banned from schools, and they don't want to be banned too, so they're going to fight tooth and nail to not be considered a religion. Funny stuff, people. Yeah, watch me. It's gonna be, few and far in between that I make these videos, but when you do see my videos, watch the metrics. They're going to be all weirded out.